One big problem with self-improvement is this. When you have lots of goals you're trying to accomplish, it can be difficult to have time to do everything. And it's not just for people on self-improvement either. Practically everybody has this problem. Now, I've spent a lot of time thinking about my own time management recently, and I've tried numerous different things to improve it. Some have worked, others haven't, but overall, I have reached a point in my life where I feel I can pretty easily manage all the stuff I have to do and also have a balanced life at the same time. So in this video, I will explain some of the strategies that have worked for me to manage my time correctly and how to implement them in your own life as well. Time management is really all about getting rid of the unnecessary things so you can focus on the stuff that really matters. I found that if you want to master time management, there are really just two main things you'll have to do. First is, as I call it, getting rid of the nonsense. There are several things you probably do in your own life that have literally no value, like scrolling on TikTok or watching unnecessary movies. These are things you can pretty easily cut out of your life to have time for much better things. And if you spend multiple hours of your day on your phone, think about how much more time you'd have if you just simply didn't do this. The second part is prioritization and maximization. What this means is choosing activities that are the best use of your time. For example, I could go out with my friends to a party, or I could stay at home exercising and reading. Going to a party isn't a complete waste of time since you can build good social skills, but working on your goals will almost always be a better use of your time. You see, different activities deserve different levels of priority when doing them. Think about an example from my own life. When I first started college this year, I wanted to be in as many clubs as I possibly could. However, I quickly discovered that while every potential club I could join was good, there was no possible way I could have time for them all. I had to say no to some good opportunities to prioritize even better ones. I mean, honestly, if you can master these two strategies, you will be a pro at time management. But if you're still confused, here's another way to think about this. In the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, there is a quadrant system of time management. A lot of people waste time doing things that are neither important nor urgent, or just urgent but not important. Rather, you should focus your time in the top 2 quadrants. Only stuff that is genuinely important while thinking about urgency second. This quadrant system is basically what I just described with the whole getting rid of the nonsense and prioritization thing, but in a more interesting and flashy way. So the obvious question we'll have now is, how do you decide which activities are important and which are not? You see, figuring out this question requires a lot of introspection and self-discovery. However, the most important thing you can do to accomplish this is to find your purpose. As my friend Mark says, every one of us has some kind of purpose, some kind of reason for living that brings them immense value. In order to live the best life, you must discover what your purpose is and focus on activities that bring you closer to it. An important question you can ask yourself is this: if you knew you're going to die 5 years from now, how would you spend these last few years to give you the most value? You can also use the amazing website Franklin Covey to help you easily write your own mission statement, which is a single sentence that embodies your purpose. For an example, Mark's central purpose is simple: do the most amount of good for the world that he possibly can for the most amount of people. This plays a role in everything Mark does. He studies at school so he can gain the experience and degrees necessary to gain influence. He gets adequate rest each day so he is not stressed out and his mind is as sharp as it can be. This is important since in order to change people's lives, you need a lot of influence and mental clarity. As you can see, all this stuff lends itself well to time management. Once you know objectively what is important in your life, you can easily prioritize your activities to live a balanced life. You can use the importance urgency quadrants and prioritize the stuff that is important effectively. Alright, so now that you know the basics of time management, there are several ways to implement these strategies in your own life. To be honest, any method that allows you to cut the nonsense and prioritize the important stuff is good. However, in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People again, Stephen R. Covey provides a simple method to prioritize your time really well. He recommends that at the beginning of each week, you create a planner of all the activities for that week. You can state all of the important tasks for each day, and you could also include the important goals for each week as well. The weekly planner is a powerful method to prioritize your most important activities. I've used it myself for several months, never skipping a single week, and I can confirm that it has helped my life tremendously over this time. I mean, at the very least, I never have any trouble remembering what I'm supposed to be doing because I have a full guide every moment showing me exactly what I need to be doing at all times. Anyway, I hope these methods will help you in your own time management journey. The biggest thing to keep in mind is to get 1% better every day. I didn't go from 0 to 100% efficiency in one day. I still am very far from perfect, but I'm working to improve every single day. This has been the Anti-Culturist, a channel dedicated to helping people be their best selves and level up in life. Anyways, this is Jimmy, signing off.